this presentation about niches and keyword selection, it has to start somewhere, like what do you want? Because, for example, if you want a 5-page website that earns $100 per year, I have a couple of those, then the numbers will be different than the numbers shown here. So the numbers that are here are sort of trying to show you what kind of numbers in brainstorming you need, what kind of demand and supply you need when you're trying to create a website that's successful. Now, there are differences between what's possible and what's realistic. As you can see, it's possible to earn $5,000 per month with 1,000 daily visitors, but that's not very realistic. It happens rarely, so it's hard to find such a niche. So you have to keep in mind what's realistic, and even with the numbers that and the brainstorming techniques that I'm going to show you, although this is a low end, maybe 500 to 1,000 per month with 1,000 daily visitors, but you have to, look at things realistically so that you know what you can expect. I will show you two ways how I try to find a niche. One is looking for demand and one is looking for profitability. So when I'm looking for demand, I'm hoping that my site will get at least 1,000 daily visitors. I see that as a success. And another view is maybe $20 per day, which somewhere here, so you end up with around $500 per month. Some people find that low, but I think it's an amazing figure if you're doing nothing and you're just getting passive income, $500 per month doing nothing. So how much time do you need? The average that I put here is based on the things that I read on the forums. That's average person who has a full-time job, still has a family, and can work on their website maybe 2 hours every evening. So that's the average. But if you have, if you're a full-time marketer, you can probably, do this in half the time or 1/3 of the time. You need a lot of content. In the SBI Action Guide and other internet marketing material, you'll often find, websites of 30 and 50 pages. I think you have to aim much higher if you want, some significant passive income and lots of traffic. So I find that it's at least 150 pages and some quality links to achieve that. There are different earning potentials for niches. Some niches are more informational in their nature. Some are more, profitable. So there are some niches that don't earn really well. I've set up a blog on pollution one time because it's another learning experience. And it reached over 1,000 daily visitors, and I barely earned $1 per day. So that's like a record in the low scale. So it was unbelievable because it was a topic that lots of students came to search on the internet. They were typing keywords like facts about pollution and things like that. So they were not interested in any ads, any products, nothing. They were just reading the information and posting, comments. Oh, this is really good, fantastic, thanks for sharing. But, no profit. So when you're choosing a niche, you have to keep in mind a little bit who is your target audience. Are they in a informational mode or are they in buying mode? And it's also possible to guide the visitor. If they're in an informational mode, you can guide them towards a buying mode. And I think the best way to do that is if you sell your own products. If you're trying to advertise or going even through affiliate programs, it doesn't work that well. So if you have an more informational type of website, I really suggest that you try to make your own products, especially digital products, so that you have an infinite supply of them. And that's a good way. It works well on my tennis website, where it's mostly informational, but it earns well for the amount of visitor it gets. The other topic I want to discuss is the high demand and the low demand niches. The interesting thing about high demand topics is that they result in a massive long tail traffic. You can see here in the traffic stats that the website was found for almost 55,000 different keywords, although it was optimized for maybe just over 300. So over 300 articles were uploaded, each optimized for a certain keyword, and yet the site was found for over 50,000 keywords. And that's because the site was built around a topic that has a very high demand. And I'll show you on the next slide what that means. The good thing about that is that if you get into top 10 with a high demand keyword, you already get some nice traffic.